going to talk about the issue with the education system. The student's goal when going through class is to have a successful life after graduating and to have something that they love doing and make money doing it. However, many students come out of school after graduating feeling unprepared. Many don't even know what they want to do for a job. The reason this issue exists is because not enough classes exist for specialized careers, and they don't get prepared enough for the careers they want to do because of this. There are some classes that exist in high school, however, not nearly enough, and they still aren't open to get into because of graduation requirements within high school. How to fix this is by adding career-focused classes. Adding more career-focused classes into school will give more options to the students for their very different careers that they want to do. Every student is very different. However, many students end up taking many of the same classes for very different future career paths. For example, someone who wants to be a mechanic will end up taking many of the same classes as somebody who wants to be a doctor by the time they graduate. This is an issue because many of those classes they will not need and will never use. So it is just wasted time in class that could be used on the extra career-focused classes to make them more prepared. In addition to this, moving these classes into early education, such as middle school, can be even better for the student's future. This gives them plenty of time to prepare themselves, try out things. They may try many specialized career classes, and out of 10 classes they try, they may only like one thing and hate the rest. But at least they will know what they want to do with their future and can take specialized courses for it during high school, and they will know what they're seeking a degree for if they want to go to college. Therefore, that education won't go to waste. The Journal of Career Development states that students who develop career skills earlier feel more confident about their futures. Choices in classes needs to be changed because many students are forced into being in core classes for the majority of a class day. Subjects like math, science, English, and history are very important, yes, but they take up too much time compared to classes that can prepare a student for their future. The Association for Career and Technical Education states that students who take career-related classes have higher graduation rates. This evidence proves that when a student is learning about something they're passionate about or see a future in, they can have better outcomes in that class and have more likelihood of graduating overall. This is enough reason to me to add more career-specific classes just because of the higher graduation rate. Yes, the issue of classes not being specified for enough careers and core classes taking up too much of the time that could be spent in these other classes exists, but there's another issue in the education system. Many students aren't taught life skills that they need. Whether a student has something they want to do and decide to go work at it right after graduation or go to college, many students don't know how to do their taxes, don't know how to manage their own money. Some don't even know how to apply for their first job. This is something that should be taught in the school system because some students don't have their family or parents to teach them this. And without them, they won't learn it and will have to experience and fail over and over again in the real world, where those failures have consequences in their life. Financial literacy is very important because without having these skills, they are almost destined to fail. The National Endowment for Financial Education states that many young adults do not feel prepared to manage finances after school. The problem is real and something needs to be done to fix it. The life without the skills needed to be successful after graduation is very hard, and students will often struggle not knowing what to do or how to learn these things. And that's why it is very important that we implement classes that teach investing, budgeting, how to save for things, or how to purchase your first home. These are all things that are very important and likely a goal of every student. The way to fix this is by reducing the amounts that core classes are pushed and filling in this time by using the importance of life skills. Life skills classes should exist and teach the things I stated, such as investing, budgeting, and communication. And they should be pushed just as much as the core classes are currently. So by lessening the load of the advanced core classes that many students don't need or require for their future, you can add in the highly promoted and required life skills classes to prepare them for life outside of school. Some will argue against this, believing that school already has enough with the core classes because they do generally teach things that are required for many jobs, a variety of jobs. However, they are important, but not to that extent. I argue that life skills are equally as important, if not more important, than the core classes are, and therefore should be pushed just as much as they are currently and lessen the load of the core classes. Overall, the education system can be fixed and improved by introducing more variety of career specified classes, especially in middle school, so the students have plenty of time to find a career that they are passionate about and want to do, and also lessening the load of core classes and filling in that gap that is created by that with the introduction of the important life skills classes. And that is my speech. Thank you for listening.